History is filled with conflicting sources, forgotten details, and stories passed down through generations. Here at Legendary Auras, we piece together the surviving fragments to reveal the story. Welcome back. What can the world make of a child who owns nothing? No tribe, no army, no father to save him. On the harsh Mongolian steppes, Temüjin was born, son of the Mongol chieftain Yasuge. As a child, he carried his family name and status, and his path seemed drawn. Everything collapsed when his father was poisoned. His people abandoned the powerless family, leaving his mother and children alone on the steppes. The chieftain's son became a child struggling against hunger and death. His mother searched for plants and carcasses to keep them alive, while Temüjin learned a harsh law: where the weak are not protected, survival is not enough. You must become strong. Later, the rival Taichu tribe captured him and fastened a heavy wooden collar around his neck. His future seemed over, but they underestimated his will. He seized a moment, escaped, and returned to the steppes. From then on, he no longer thought like a child seeking survival, but like a man determined to change the world's rules. Before Temüjin became a feared conqueror, something else occupied his heart: his wife Berthe, to whom he had been betrothed since childhood. He returned to her and married her, finding amid his losses something resembling stability. But stability in the steppes never lasted. The market tribe raided his camp and abducted Berthe in a moment of chaos. Temüjin realized that strength alone could not protect those he loved. He needed true alliances. He called on his father's old ally, Genghis Khan, and gathered loyal men. Together, they launched a successful campaign and rescued Berthe. The battle was more than a rescue. It proved his ability to unite warriors and turn personal loyalty into a striking force. Yet his rise alarmed his blood brother and childhood companion, Jamuka. Their visions for the steppes diverged. Jamuka wanted to preserve the old tribal order, while Temüjin sought to build a new one. Thus, the friends became foes in an inevitable struggle for mastery of the steppes. The conflict with Jamuka was not merely personal. It was a war that changed the steppes and divided the tribes into two camps. Temüjin had learned from his bitter past that neither lineage nor tribe was the true source of power. He chose to break the old rules and build an army based on merit rather than tribal honor. He gave rank and command to those who proved their courage, regardless of birth, and absorbed defeated warriors into his ranks, creating a united force that would not easily break. The two sides fought for years, until Jamuka's power collapsed and his resistance ended. In 1206, tribal leaders gathered at the Great Council known as the Kurultai. There, the once exiled boy of the steppes was proclaimed Genghis Khan, the universal ruler. It was the beginning of Mongol unity under one banner. But his ambition did not end at the steppes. He turned his hardened army toward the neighboring empires and kingdoms. After 1206, the story changed from an internal struggle into a military earthquake that shook the old world. Mongol cavalry swept toward northern China, then pushed west toward the great Khwarezmian Empire. Genghis Khan's army relied not on numbers alone, but on speed, maneuver, strict discipline, and psychological warfare. Great cities fell one after another, while flourishing Islamic and Asian centers were reduced to ruins amid immense destruction and millions of deaths. Yet despite this terrible brutality, the empire was not merely a killing machine, it was highly organized. Genghis Khan established a rapid postal network known as the Yam, secured trade routes along the Silk Road, allowed religious freedom, and made use of engineers and scholars from conquered lands. He had transformed the starving boy of the harsh steppes into the ruler of the largest contiguous empire in human history, imposing a new reality no one could overturn, except one certainty. As the years passed, the conqueror who had shaken the world began to feel the weight of his later years, but his drive for power did not fade. In his final years, he personally led a campaign against the Western Shia to crush its rebellion. During the campaign, he realized that his state needed an order that could survive his death. So he chose his third son, Ogedei, as his successor for his wisdom and political skill, preparing the way for a stable transfer of power. In 1227, his health finally failed, and Genghis Khan died during the campaign. Many stories surround his death, but one thing is certain: the man who survived hunger, escaped the wooden collar, and defeated his enemies, finally fell before time. Adding to the mystery, he was buried in an unknown location under absolute secrecy. Legend holds that those present at the funeral were killed so the grave would never be revealed. The great conqueror vanished, leaving his burial place a mystery still unsolved. Genghis Khan was gone, but the empire he had built continued to expand under his son Ogedei and his successors, reaching into Eastern Europe and toward the borders of the Arab world. His story is more than the biography of a military conqueror. It is the journey of a lonely boy who lost everything in the frozen wilderness, then forged an empire that shook the world through sheer will and ruthless determination. To some, he was a destroyer of civilizations. To others, a military genius who reshaped the map of the world. It is this duality that keeps his name alive centuries later.